Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here of Slime and Slay Outdoors. Today, I'm going to be showing you again, I've done a video before on auto charting, but I'm going to do another one of auto charting a spot and then how to transfer your data from this locator, which is your back locator. If you have two, this is my back locator, to my front unit, so that way when you're fishing, you can literally just download the data and then come up to the front unit so you have it on both units. So you can only have AutoChart running on one unit per time. So we're going to AutoChart in the back of the boat using this locator. It's a Hummingbird GN2 Helix 12 model, and I've got a spot that I've done okay ice fishing, and I kind of want to see how the structure all lays. Over there, there is some shallower spots, and then this point kind of, I think, sticks out. So I'm just going to AutoChart it, and we'll show a little bit how to do it again. And once we get back to the house, I'll show you how to download the data, so that way you can get it off the chip on the inside here onto that chip. So, alrighty, let's get started. Alright, I'm going to fire the motor up. But first off, I cleared my track just so you guys can see it all. I'm going to go to menu again if you're not sure how to do this, to AutoChart. But menu, it'll bring up a pop-up and it'll come down to AutoChart. And you can turn it right here, it'll just go on. So I'm going to turn it on. I am going to be starting to record here already. There you go, you can see my line starting to go. I'm going to draw it all up and then I'll show you what to do to make it maybe look better. The colors that I use and all that kind of stuff again. So let's get after it. We're in about 8 feet of water. We're going right up to shore. So again, let's start auto charting this, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we kind of get done here. Got about quite a bit done here. I'm out here in about 10, almost 11 feet of water here, so pretty cool all this back bay is. I mean, definitely a little bit of a nook that sticks out there, and it's definitely more shallower on the inside part. When you get out here, it definitely widens up more in here. So again, if you want to make this maybe look a little bit better or colors wise, you go to menu, down to auto chart, select it, and then there's the auto chart options, and mine is selected because I'm kind of in a, I'm not in a very deep lake, so my minimum range I go is 4. So anything like 5 feet and under, 4 feet or under, it is going to show up with that bright red because that's the color I've got, and with 14 feet it's going to be like a dark blue. And I selected the color plate is number 3. Here's like a different one, number 4, number 5. See, I mean, just like these, it's not bad. It's definitely like a dark, pink and blue. This one isn't actually as bad. You can definitely tell the dark red is what it is. So your color options are what you have here. So I usually just go with 3. Again, your contour intervals, I do 1 foot because I want to see the break-offs and all that kind of stuff like that. So if you were on a lake where it really drops off quick, you definitely want to go with something maybe a little bit more, like maybe like 3 foot or something like that. If you did 3, you can definitely tell you can't really see the contour lines in there, even though it's kind of shallow anyways. So I do 1 foot, but yeah, it's pretty easy to use. When you're done, just go back to the record button and select off, and there we go. So like there, I mean, I just drifted way out doing this, talking to it and showing it, but off is showing it off, and yeah, so we'll finish up here. We'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and then we'll talk and meet you after then. Well, I got it all done here. This is kind of what it looks like here. I did a bunch of auto charting along on these back bays and stuff like that. So again, it wasn't really more of a video to show how to auto chart. I just kind of showed a quick example of how to make it look good and how to, I guess, turn it on and all that kind of stuff. If you do want to see a video of how that's done and how the SD card works and all that kind of stuff, I'll link the video that I did last year in the description so you guys can go check that one out. But yeah, so this is pretty much it. So I just ended it. I just hit off. So this is where this is important to this video, is that I start it once, and when we drifted out and I was talking, I hit end. So when you stop it, it stops that file. And when you hit start again on, it starts another file. So really, I turned it on to start recording, and I turned it off, and then I turned it back on and turned it off. So there'll be 2 files total. And yeah, so we'll go back to the house now, and we're going to show how to transfer it onto your other unit. If you have another one, like I said, this is my Hummingbird Helix 12, and up in the front of the boat I have another Helix 12. And again, as you can tell here, you can see all my moving around and stuff like that, but there is no AutoChart. So in here there is another SD card that has AutoChart on it, and we'll take that one off, and we'll download that data onto that, download the data on the back unit onto the front. So when I'm trolling motoring around, you could just switch SD cards if you wanted to, but again, you're gonna have issues all the time then remembering which one you normally auto chart with. You're always going to be going back and forth. It's really easy just to download the data onto the other SD card. So we're going to get back to the house now, and then I'll show you how to download the data onto the other SD card. So stick with us. We'll see you at the house. Well guys, we're back off the water here. Just got back into the office area, and I'm going to be showing you how to download the data from the SD cards that we recorded on today. So here is my SD card from the back locator here. Let me pull it out. Again, it's a micro, as I can hopefully see, this is a micro SD card. So it just takes into a card reader here. Plug it back in. So this is off of my back locator. This is the chip that was in there that we recorded off of. And this is the other one that was up in the front that does not have the data. So we are going to take the data off of the back locator and put it onto the front one. This is very easy. Might seem difficult explaining it, but it is very easy. So let's plug in the SD card from the back locator. I've just got an SD card reader here. Boom, plugged in. Says it's in there. So I'm going to open up file, just a file explorer it's called. Open that up, and right there is my SD card. If I just do the PC, it shows up as, mine is a D file. So I'll click on the AutoChart card, and in here it'll have AC data, Lake Master, and Matrix. So what I end up doing is clicking on AC data, and these are old past events for me. These are all old AutoCharts that I have on here. So I scroll all the way to the bottom, will be the newest ones. And as you can see, today is, hopefully it focuses, 5/21. That is today's date, 5/21. Yesterday I did a little auto charting as well. So I'm going to take the 2 files we did. Every time you start auto charting, meaning record on, it creates a file. And when you hit stop, it stops the file. And then when you hit record on again, it starts a new file. So when we were out there, we actually started and stopped twice. So I'm going to take these 2 and just basically click over them and highlight them and right click and hit copy. Now this is very important. I'm not sure if anybody else has had issues with this, but I have. What I end up doing is, even though they're copied, you could plug in the other SD card and copy them over, but I've had it where the files don't come onto the SD card. So this is the proper way of doing it, long story short, is you copy them like we did. Documents is what I end up selecting. You can save them anywhere you want to, but I just go on Documents, and I'll click on Home. I create a folder and type AutoChart, hit Enter, and hit in the AutoChart and click and paste. So these are now my 2 AutoChart that I copied from my SD card, and I just put them in a folder. And why I do this is, like I said, I've had issues where if I don't put them in a folder and just copy them directly from SD card to SD card, it does not work. So you have to create a folder in your PC, copy them in there, And then what you can do is now hit exit out of this, and now you can go ahead and unplug the back locator SD card. And now we are going to plug in the front locator one. Plug it in. Boom. Should come up. Yep. Okay, so what we'll do is hit File Explorer again. And now this time we're going to go to Documents, AutoChart, where we saved them. Again, we're going to copy them and go into the SD card. Go to AC Data, right click, paste. Boom. The SD card has created those two files, which are right there. And now my back locator and front locator will have the AutoChart data on both of them. So when I deploy my trolling motor and want to fish from the front of the boat, I will be able to see those files. And again, these can restore up to, I don't know how many files. So hopefully this is pretty easy. It's fairly simple, but the biggest key is you have to copy them, put them in a folder, and then plug in the new card and get them out of that folder and put them onto your new SD card. Hopefully that makes sense. It's very easy to do. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, with this, leave a comment down below and I'll definitely answer that. So yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Please give the video a big old thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.